Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Field of Glory, Empires as Rome, where we've unified Italia, inferior, Italia superior. Now we're working on acquiring Cisalpine, which is all the territory within the Alps in Italia proper. But we'd consider Italy these days, is those three provinces. And then we'll start pushing out. Whether pushing out over the ocean or pushing out over the land is still to be seen. I think I've pretty much finished what we're going to do for the turn, so I should probably just cycle the turn. We did just do a decision that it's going to hurt all our troops 1 hit point. So I'm going to be a little careful. That's one of the reasons I'm actually moving my guys to the ungarrisoned, or the unwalled settlements. If they come at us in places that aren't walled, that's fine. We're going to give our guys a moment to recover after doing that decision. Okay, let's cycle the turn. And I suppose our professional armies also have legionnaires in them, so they can build things like roads and fortifications as well. So that's probably what we'll have them do. We'll take the turn here to build a fort in both locations, if they've got an open space. We're in the stable tier, which is fine. Apparently, as far as Legacy, which is the way you win the game, VP, we're currently winning in VP. Which is maybe not surprising in this game, because we are Rome. Rome and Massalina have agreed upon a mutually beneficial transaction treaty, which I think was me giving them more troops. Or, well, allowing them to recruit some of our troops. Got more option here. Roman camp, Republic works. We're going to Roman camp, so we got walls once we leave these places behind. And you can see both our guys have a hit damage. We have the manpower that we should recover a hit damage. Though apparently we are quite low on manpower right now because of various things we were doing. Reinforcement, for example, costs manpower. Could do wells here. We're not too worried about wells. I'm not too worried about loyalty either, though it's getting a little low. Don't need metal. Could get more metal. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Definitely don't need the herbalist. We only got one slot here. Not sure what I actually would want specifically in that slot. Probably the commercial port, so we should probably just reroll until we get the commercial port. Pula. You only got one slot here as well. Again, we probably don't need the furnace. We don't really need the metal. But it probably is a commerce building. That we'd be building, ideally. Either that or... Interesting. Okay, so... No, we probably want charcoal. I probably want to do like brickworks charcoal. Huh? Okay, so let's do a reshuffle here as well. Upgrade the port. Definitely upgrade the port. Okay. So we upgraded this to regional roads. We're looking for commerce buildings here. Though upgrading the port technically isn't a net commerce building because it's an upgrade to a building. We'll just march this guy north to build roads in the provinces we're leaving. The main army is behind from. So he technically also took the damage from the event that we just the decision we just did. Could do a farm here. Farm would not be bad. Could go fishing for some more marble by picking up the quarry. Or could pick up the weaver shop fishing for enough commerce buildings to pick up paved roads. And I think it's going to be the weaver shop here. Get that money flowing. A 4 fabricator. Wouldn't be the worst choice here, because it'd be 8 food turned into 21 money. Or we could work on the fact that we got 5 health buildings. So we'll grab a 6 health building. That then means we can fish for sewer system to get the slot back from sanitation. At this point, it might actually also be worth focusing even more on industry. Don't need that much money income, I think. And the money income down. One thing we can do is we have a decision, Roseus' legacy. We are low on manpower right now, so we're actually going to spend money to get manpower. And okay, we're now around, that's around about where the sort of money income I want to be, which is like 250. Positive a turn. So that's looking good. We want our units to reinforce for 1 turn, so that's fine. Okay, so let's cycle and see if our units get to full health. Rome has settled the southern banks of the Paddish River South Shores, citizens and veterans. That was our event. Put in some Roman citizens in those areas. Got a Federate Barbarian. No place to use it right now. Okay, so let's plus 1 to the next turn. If our legionnaires have recovered their 1 hit, we'll probably go for those VP cities we see across the border. Oh no, those aren't VP cities, those are capitals. We can see capitals across the water. That's what the sort of golden ring is, a capital. Whereas the red ring is a VP. So we actually have our government is calling for us to actually go invade our ally, because, you know, Roman government is not necessarily the brightest of governments all the time. We're not going to do that right away. We've got other more important things to do. Let's march there, march there. And yeah, these guys haven't recovered yet, so don't actually go marching off. We want you to actually finish recovering. Apparently they didn't recover because we were manpower short, I suspect. Though some of them recovered, not all of them. They should on the next turn. We'll see. We're going to finish that plantation. That's good to see. Could build the orchard here. We do have the paved roads here, so right, we're not necessarily fishing anymore for good commerce buildings. Though, good commerce buildings are just good commerce buildings sometimes, so that's not necessarily a reason not to do stuff. We pick this up, we'll have 6 military buildings. That give us access to more military buildings. Or Salt House for more food and health. This Salt House for more food and health. That'll help get more spots quicker. Temple. Vassalon Temple. Youth Coral, trading required, but we got places we can import it from, so that's no problem. Decadence reduction, which is always nice. Some flat culture. And we get bonus food and culture from fish in either itself or in adjacent province, or adjacent territory. Yeah, let's build that temple. That looks like a good temple. African district doesn't look bad here. Large farm upgrade, not a problem. Definitely on board with that. And training routes. suppose if we're having our armies stand steady for a moment, we can have them build some roads. Yeah. Okay, second the turn. Okay, looks like we're in the stable tier, which is fine. We want to be high enough in the stable tier that when we decide it is time, we can push on over into the scoring tier, the progressing tier. Okay, the people we're at war with are proposing to settle peace. We'll look into what they're offering. Counter proposal. We're not down for the medal. We want regions to be ceded. Basically, we want you to like give up your subject. So give us Pattis. 6% chance they'll accept. If they gave me that, I'd accept. So we'll propose it. They're gonna say no, but we're gonna propose it. You now develop your ship. Develop Corvus. Invest extra money in the shipyard so they can deploy better warships equipped with Corvus. Gain 150 legacy points. And then we can start deploying Corvus equipped ships. Okay, I'm on board with that. Apparently, we went from having a shortage of people to fill our regiments to now we have enough that we can drop recruitment standards to get money back. Oh, maybe they don't recover when they're building things. That would make sense. Why we're not recovering. Wait, we'll stay stationary one more turn before we go on the offensive. See if we successfully negotiate that peace. Else there be war. Okay, we're looking for wells. We're working for wells here. Amphora Fabrica is not wells, so maybe an argument, because this is an upgrade, right? So this is going to take another slot. Maybe an argument to pick up Amphitheater here for more culture. Yeah, let's do that. Not technically what we're looking for, but it's not something I'm going to hold my nose up at. We're looking here. Don't need the Noble District yet for the happiness. Caravan House is just more money. Could definitely double down on more money. Yeah. You make more money, nearby buildings would make more money. Cool. And we can see our income is going up and up and up. Even as we decrease our income, we keep increasing our income, yes. Okay, so we can upgrade the gymnasium to the stadium, which would cost us more money, would cost us more infrastructure, would give us more health, give us more manpower, which is all that we're for, so that's one of the reasons to go down to health building is to get more health and get more manpower, to be fair. More men for the colors. Go improve the harbor here. Could do preserved food. Actually, let's go expert stonecutter. That way we can upgrade the road here in the future. Wheelmaker wouldn't be bad here. We're also... Actually, we're not fishing anymore for the irrigation canals because we already have it in this province. This region is good. Probably doesn't really need any more agricultural buildings, right? Not really worried about the ranch, not farm. Farm and Amphora Fabrica are probably the two that are most likely to be built. Farm because it provides a lot of food and has upgrades. Amphora Fabricator because it generates money from food. Right, so it a big problems with lots of food production. It can be a very productive building. But no, we're going to go Wheelmaker here so we have the benefits of a nice Wheelmaker. So this Colonia is going to turn into, at 10 population, a industry building. So if we want access to the tier 2 food buildings, we probably still want to keep it around. On the other hand, Salt House is nice. So we'll pick up Salt House. That's the buildings there. River troops. Or did I not roll the... I haven't rolled the turn yet, have I? Oh, we got a rebel army there. Let's put the rebellion in. Too many regional decisions, which isn't surprising. We've got a lot that aren't worth playing, I suppose. So yeah, let's cycle the turn. Hopefully that will solve our healing on our troop problem. Because we don't have them building this turn. Then we'll go on the offensive. And the rebellion, giving our one lone legionnaire there a bad day. And of course our legion just shows up and like, you did what, mate? And informs them that was very much a mistake. Feeling of common interest, they're proposing a transaction. What do you want? You want to give me manpower, money, and metal in exchange for giving you more troops. Sure. Disperse the slaves. We can't even get this place food positive right now. That's a bit of a shame. Let's go ahead and suppress unrest here, because that's apparently a problem, because we just had a revolt. This place is pretty loyal, regardless of the fact that it has some unrest, because of it being under pacification. And, well, we didn't get these territories, so we know our peace deal did not go through. Yeah, I don't know why we're not getting any hits back. Well, it'll be fine. We'll just go on the offensive anyway. Get Orchard there. That's Bruntium. War loyalty is not bad. Count the loyalty. Early on, fortune tellers aren't super important. And to be fair, if you're not Rome and you're not trying to keep your loyalty above 75, it's not the best in the world either. We'll do the pleasure house here because of the loyalty. If we didn't need the loyalty, we'd probably hold off. And we are back in the point where we don't really need money anymore, so let's downsize our money making. And yeah, that's probably an argument that we're at the point where we need to start raising more armies to do more things. The Tribune? Sure. And we got 8 buildings we can build here, so we can go pretty crazy with building here because of the population of 19 in Etrusca. Training ground, yeah, either training ground or Salt House, I think. We'll go training ground. Okay, and let's start training. Actually, let's get the Navy up to snuff. So, open ocean is like 16 frontage, so we want like 9 more boats. We now have access to Corvus-lined heavy and regular warships. So actually, our existing stuff is probably out of date with just being regular heavy ships, but we'll grab like 4 Corvus heavies. Oh, we'll go 6. And then like 3 regulars. That'll bring that plus our existing 7 will bring us up to 16, which is basically the frontage for naval battle. Okay, and our offensive is ongoing. Let's go into the boy. We'll not go into where their stuff is, but we'll go into the neighboring bit. Actually, no, we need you here for the pacification first. Sorry. Okay, we've arrived. And this should be an easy fight. Exhausted / tired their entire front line. And okay, we're fighting on even terms, 6v6, but we get 3 rolls, they get 1. So we're gonna outroll them on that. Yeah. Whoops. Well, that is the risk of battle. We lost a commander in the pursuit. So, in fact, we lost our best commander, I think, in the pursuit. Which is a bit of a shame. Okay, you need a new commander. We can get a 2-0 is not that bad. We're attacking most of the time, so we'll take the 2-0 for the attacking. Okay, you relieve the siege. They have rejected the deal. Not surprised. Discontent was strong with the Amelia. Optimate's party has been prodigal and loud for festivals, generous bread distributions. Okay, so our response to suppressing Aresk was festivities and massive bread distribution. Okay. I don't know how well that's going to work, but it is a thing. Our 2-1 got killed in battle. And our fleet is now ready to protect the waters of our land. I think it is time to start building a new army. What are you? You're 3-3. Okay, so you're nothing special per se. All right, our Roman specific troops are probably better than you. Oh, interesting. So that's maybe an argument against... Oh, no, they got siege value too. They don't have any siege resist. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the Roman legionnaires are pretty good for what we want. So, how many do you want to... actually, it's down a little bit. Let's not immediately go surging into another army situation right now. Oh, I do still want to raise at least 1 to do road building and stuff. So, build 1 to do some roads. Castrum Icatarum. Skirmisher Cavalry gain bonus XP. That is a national wonder. Is this a place where I can build specialty cav? No, we're probably not going to get a place at that point, so let's just go build it anyway. So, we want to remember, this is the province where we want to build a cav. Upgrade courthouse, that's good. Curia here has a lot to build. We're going to give it another building spot because we're going to give it land expansion. If anything, we're probably overbuilding at this point. Oh, yeah. Very overbuilding. Okay, we should probably turn the building queue down a little bit. Do I want to grow Italia Superior, or do I want money to field another army? Let's go with money to field another army with these splits, so we can run a three army top. Yeah, we still finish those in one turn because we haven't enough infrastructure stacked. And we're now making 780 a turn, which should be enough to very rapidly build up the new army. Okay, let's push the turn. Okay. Our units are engaging. Ours are better. We're attacking. Actually, apparently we got declared defender here, which is not kind of how we want that. Our guy is better at attacking, or better at attacking than defending. The other side is still heavily exhausted from the range exchange. 8v1. They're getting 2 dice rolls, though, so not underestimate that. From that position, they were able to get a stalemate. Now, apparently, stalemates are not enough for them to save the battle, and we watch the functionally complete destruction of their forces. For one of our cav. Okay, we'll have to replace that cav. Rome has won the battle. They have lost their army and effectively ended up in the same position where I was trying to negotiate them anyway. Those provinces are mine. Slave market, so we can displace some more slaves. We don't need to appoint a dictator. Let's go to diplomacy with these guys. Do you want peace? You're of course going to cede the regions that I have already taken from you. You're probably not going to agree to come on client state, yeah, no. But they will. 80% chance of giving me what I want. Might be a little greedy and ask for Alpine's Ponte. That drops it to 50%, but yeah, we'll be a little greedy and try to go for that as well. Okay, so I think we got a couple places down here where we can do road upgrades. Or was it north of the road upgrades? It was north of the road upgrades. Yeah. There's a road upgrade. So you go there. And give me a light cav. Actually, I think we worked out we wanted the light cav to be recruited south, so we'll recruit the light cav there. And then we'll start recruiting our new wave of troops. And I suppose at that point 2 more light cav as well. That'll make another legion. Okay, we're at the point where we can probably make a new province. So this will make the rebellious one actually the province capital. We'll see how well that goes. Brutii has another space. Would make sense to build the quarry here so we can access to the road upgrade. And then the courthouse, always nice. Do probably want some more loyalty there. That's not going to give us loyalty. It's also not taking up any space, so little this, a little that. In Clanath, we could build a salt mine. We don't need a salt mine there, so it's a little redundant with what we've already got. Could build a tin mine. That's less redundant. Yeah, let's build a tin mine there. Build a brickworks. Where do we want the temple? Let's build the temple, because we're getting the bonuses for the temple. Let's get some loyalty bonus with the fortune teller. Upgrade Rome's harbor to a major harbor. Oops, that's not Byzantium. One more down. Could build a well here. Wouldn't actually be the end of the world to build a well here, I suppose. Yeah, not worth the guard tower. Far enough off the front lines. I don't think we're going to need the guard tower. What's up between the well and the smokehouse? I think we'll go smokehouse. Okay, and we'll see what sort of revenue we're making with the new army. That's going to stand up next turn. Sorry about that, taking a moment to blow the nose. So we're having a fight here. We outnumber them 15-4. They got 4 combat power, so this should be an easy win for us. Yeah, it's like 8v2, so... Nice rolls, yeah. So even though they got a good commander, the commander does not have the troops to do what he needs them to do. This one's a little bit more of a fair fight in their favor. Ranged phase. Exhausted and tired, a little bit of trading back and forth, so this might not go quite our way. 6v7. Our min roll's a little bit higher than theirs. We lost the roll change. 6v6, again, our min roll's higher than theirs. Got a stalemate. 6v6, our min roll's higher than theirs. Got a stalemate. RNG is not necessarily favoring us. Our min roll is the same, so we're probably going to lose the roll, and we did. 6v7, 16-16, so no stalemate. So technically our units actually rout. We don't take too much damage. But they basically took no damage, so that was not a great fight for us. Okay, we're starting to run a little on the culture to decadence ratio here. Take the last unfortified province. Well, ungarrisoned province, I suppose, is a good way to think about it. Our field force is still here, not necessarily too bad, so we'll go ahead and move into the place where we just took over, so it's garrisoned. These guys are waiting the arrival of their cavalry. So one of you wants to go catch up with those guys. The other two want to catch up with those guys. Those guys want to march to there. And then these guys really would want another Roman legionnaire and an ally to come join. Embry has a build slot. Don't really need the money. We'd rather have the loyalty here. So I think we might actually just do a reroll here. That way we might get a building that's providing some more loyalty, because we're a little loyalty short. And probably oversupplying industry at this point. Yeah. Generate a small nest egg of money, and then we can go over to making people quickly. Eight slots here, so this is the main place we're going to be building here. We do need more loyalty, so expanding the Pleasure Mansion to get more loyalty would not be the worst choice. Yeah, that'll get us more loyalty. Maybe not the most PG way to get more loyalty. We'll do Noble District here. Things aren't finishing this turn, so we want to put guys back on construction to speed up construction. And the Noble District is not cheap, so that is quite a bit we're going to put on construction. Okay, I think it's everyone going to go into construction, which is fine. We don't necessarily need the money because we're going to get out of the southern provinces for this turn. Okay, the Noble District is the only one that's not going to be finished this turn. This Ipine Goal apparently needs a bunch of food because of all the taken/rebellious provinces, yes. Additional reduction in manpower, that's always nice to see. Okay, so troops are moving around, let's let the troops do their thing. You get to build some regional roads. Oh, and we can build a harbor. Cool. So we can build it in Rome. No bolster colonies, yeah. Probably no federate barbarians either. At least not while we're at war with said barbarians. Okay, and we should get a response back from these guys on the next turn. And they did agree to my terms. Only 50-50, so they must have flipped the heads. This is a battle we should easily win. Athenians have come to us proposing a transaction. Give them money. No. Slave markets. Buy or sell or displace. We are always going to displace option. Glaciers. This is a regional impediment, a local site in the region which adversely affects how readily you can develop this land. And this is not a removable impediment. So we're, as much as this is a healthcare building, it provides negative health, it provides a massive infrastructure penalty, and a -2 infrastructure. Okay. Well, as it is, we're not affording any buildings in the area for a while. Okay, well, we're going on an offensive. Okay, you're together. You don't have a commander yet. You're rolling into the 1-2 then. Oof. No, -1 defense. Well, it's only a defense penalty, I suppose. So, you're basically 1-1 in most terrain, which isn't the best. Most non-flat terrain. Okay, you need like a turn to generate. We'll have both those units move in. South Rome. We don't necessarily need this much money coming in, so it may make sense to swap South Rome over to something else. South Italy, Italian inferior. It's probably a good way to describe it. Over to something else. Was that also the... No, that's the seed storage. Less interested in seed storage. It was the Fabrica. We probably would have gone with it. Monument is always good. It's a little bit actually complicated, the monument, because it gives you decadence and culture, but usually that's just a good thing. It gives you enough culture that if that level of decadence is a problem, you're having other problems. Warehouse. Yeah, I'm tempted to do the warehouse here. That's a pretty big bonus to infrastructure. Could do the Royal Treasury to start hiding some of our money from administrative burden. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Preceptor House, especially in places where we can trade for papyrus, definitely a good thing to build. And then Cisalpine is actually starting to get better as the food production is rising, as they're being less and less rebellious. And there's a lot to build up there, so we're not in any rush to make more food. Yeah, we can bolster colonies or federate barbarians. The people we have to our north are technically not barbarians at this point, I suppose. Yeah, we could do not so precious iron and trade some of our metal to money. Trade half the metal to money. Gods of the old religion. gives +5 loyalty for 12 turns. And if the building has, or if the region has no religious building, then productivity is slightly lower. Okay, that's fine. Add a face to the calendar. Implied one of our generals just died from old age. Hopefully not the one who's leading the offensive. No. Okay. Oh, looking at the time, I should put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. Because I'm going to be bad, I'm going to record one more part. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around, because I'm going to record one more part. With that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time, and catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.